Hi, welcome back to My Mom Life. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jordan, and today I'm showing you how to make mac and cheese in the pressure cooker. Okay, here are all of our ingredients to make this mac and cheese. Some of them are optional, so I'll go over that with you, and then I will have in the description box the ingredients and directions written out for you, and then the optional ingredients I'll have labeled that. Just in case you don't want to use all of these, you can keep it real simple. So this is the pasta I'm using. You can also use macaroni noodles, but this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to use. I have 3 cups of shredded Colby Jack cheese and then half a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. Feel free to do the cheeses that you like. It is best if it is freshly grated, like if you hand shred it. I did not do that today, but it does definitely work and taste better if you do it by hand. Then I have a little bit of Tabasco, that is optional, as well as this paprika and parsley, totally optional, but I think that it makes it a little fancier than just regular old mac and cheese. I have 4 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of half and half. We may not use all of this, and you can definitely substitute this for heavy cream, milk, you know, something like that. I like the half and half because it just isn't the full cream, but it's not just milk, you know. Then I have some pepper, some salt, garlic powder, and chicken broth. We are also going to need 2 cups of water, which I will grab here in just a second. So to get started, we are going to cook our pasta with our seasonings and our chicken broth and water. So the first thing we want to do, like I said, is cook the pasta. So I'm going to add in 2 cups of water, and I have 2 cups of chicken broth. If you've never bought the chicken broth from Trader Joe's, this chicken broth right here, it is so good and so flavorful, and it doesn't look watery at all. If you can't tell, like that, just 2 cups of chicken broth completely changed like the color of the water. Some chicken broths are super watery. Anyways, definitely check out the chicken broth from Trader Joe's. I highly recommend it. Then we are going to add in the full box. It's 16 ounces of dried pasta, so the shells is what I'm using. And we're going to add in our seasonings. So I will have measurements for you. I'm just going to eyeball it. It's about a teaspoon of each garlic powder and paprika. I think that paprika just adds a nice color. And then about a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then salt and pepper is really to taste. Remember that adding that chicken broth is going to add in some saltiness, so don't over salt. You can always add more salt later. And we are also going to add in our butter. I'm going to give that a stir really quick. I just want to mix up the seasonings in there, and then I will top it with our 4 tablespoons of butter. Okay, and now we are going to cook this. You want to do this on high pressure for 4 minutes, and then as soon as it's done cooking, we'll go ahead and do a quick release of the rest of the pressure. You don't want to naturally release the pressure because your pasta will become mushy. So as soon as it's done, we will release all of the pressure and then finish up our mac and cheese. Okay, my pressure cooker is done cooking, so I'm going to go ahead and release all of the pressure. It just beeped, so I don't want my pasta to overcook, so I'm going to go ahead and press this button and release all of the rest of the pressure. Okay, our pasta is perfectly cooked, and there is a little bit of like broth water left in the pot, but that is totally fine. It is flavor, and I'm going to leave it. If you wanted to drain that off, you could, but that is a lot of flavor, and I recommend leaving it. So now what you want to do is add your half and half and cheese in stages. So I'm gonna add in about 1/3 of my cheese. You don't want to just add all of this in at once because it just won't melt properly. And then I'm also going to add in a couple dashes of my hot sauce. This is optional, but it just adds a little extra something, and it doesn't make it spicy. It adds that little something, you know, that you take a bite and you're like, ooh, what was that? That was good. It's the hot sauce. So I'm going to let that melt, and then I will add in some of my half and half. If you hear my baby, I'm sorry. He is always right next to me when I'm filming. Now I'm gonna add in half of the half and half. We may not use all of that. It just depends on how it is coming together. So that cheese is melting beautifully. Now I'm gonna add in a little bit more cheese. I did not turn the saute function on or anything. This is just on the keep warm function that comes on automatically. So the heat from that is melting the cheese. Okay, now I am gonna add in the rest of the half and half and the rest of our cheese. Okay, hopefully you can see how cheesy and creamy that is. I'm gonna spoon some out and then show it to you in a bowl so that you can get a better look at it. Okay, here is our finished mac and cheese. It is so creamy and delicious, and it seriously is super easy and turns out perfect every time. I hope that you try this recipe. If you do, leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and sticking around. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And I will see y'all in my next one. Bye guys.